class we are going to discuss about common roots. Common roots in the sense, see, we know that every quadratic equation has two roots. If two equations have any common roots, so it may have both roots common, and if two roots have one root common. So in those cases, we are going to establish a relation between the coefficients of the equations. Okay. So once again, if two quadratic equations have any common roots, either one common root or two common roots, then in that case we are going to establish a relation, okay, on the coefficients of the equation. So first of all, common roots in one case, if both roots are common. See, if both roots are common, what will happen? So I will start my discussion with an example here. Just look there, x square minus 5x plus 6 is equals to 0. I think you are all familiar in finding its roots. X square minus 5x plus 6 is equals to 0. If you solve, the roots of this equation are 2 comma 3. Okay, you may use any method, you will get the roots as 2 comma 3. And now I have another equation, 4x square minus 20x plus 24 is equals to 0. What to say about its roots? See, just a small change. Okay, if you divide the whole equation with 4, what will happen? If you divide complete equation with 4, again you will get that x square minus 5x plus 6 is equals 0 itself. That in turn represents that this equation also has roots 2 comma 3 only. Then you just look at the equations, you just pay your attention on the two equations. The first equation is x square minus 5x plus 6 is equals to 0. Its roots are 2 and 3. The second equation, 4x square minus 20x plus 24 is equals to 0. Its roots are again 2 and 3. When you pay attention on the coefficients, see, every coefficient of first equation is just multiplied by 4 to get the second equation. That in the sense, the ratio between the x square coefficients as well as the ratio between the x coefficients as well as the ratio between the constants. Okay, 5 by 20 is 1 by 4, 1 and 4, 1 by 4, 6 and 24, 1 by 4, the ratio is same. So if you extend it to generalize the situation, if I have two equations, ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0 having roots alpha beta, and another equation px square plus 2x plus r is equals to 0 having roots alpha beta. These are two quadratic equations having both common roots, okay, alpha beta and alpha beta. Then in this case, if you observe the coefficients of the first equation as well as the coefficients of the second equation, the relation between their coefficients is the ratio between x square coefficients and the ratio between x coefficients as well as the ratio between the constants are equal. A by p is equals to b by q is equals to c by r. This is our first case, if both roots are common. Okay, just have a look, and I am going to discuss the second case, and then for the space I am going to erase this also. Okay, just have a look, and if you need, go for a screenshot. So in the first case, if both roots are common, then the relation between the coefficients of the equations is directly simply a by p is equals to b by q is equals to c by r. Okay, then in the second case, if only one root is common. In first case both roots are common, here only one root is common. So initially I am starting my discussion with two equations. Ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0 is one equation. Px square plus qx plus r is equals to 0 is the second equation. As per the case, one root is common for these two. So for suppose if you say the roots of the first equation as alpha beta, then the roots of the second equation will become alpha and gamma. Okay, so alpha is a common root for these two equations. So if the two equations have one root common, then what to say about how to establish the relation between the coefficients a, b, c and p, q, r? That's what we need to discuss. Okay, see, just have a look. Since alpha is a common root for these two, root in the sense it must satisfy the given equation. So now you are allowed to replace x with alpha in the first equation as well as x with alpha in the second equation also, because alpha is a root. So that implies I have a alpha square plus b alpha plus c is equals to 0 as well as p alpha square plus q alpha plus r is equals to 0. Since alpha is a root, we can substitute that alpha in the place of x in both equations. From there we will get these two relations. And so we need to solve these two. We need to eliminate alpha and alpha square to establish a relation between A, B, C and P, Q, R. So for that elimination, see, for my convenience, just I am taking this alpha square as some capital X. Actually there is alpha square. Just for elimination of alpha, I am taking that alpha square as some capital X and alpha as some capital Y. That in the sense, then these two equations will become like ax plus by plus c is equals to 0 and px plus qy plus r is equals to 0. Here what is capital X? Just I replace that alpha square with capital X. For capital X is equals to alpha square and capital Y is equals to alpha. Okay. Now you need to eliminate alpha square and alpha. That in a sense we need to eliminate capital X and capital Y from these two equations to establish a relation between the coefficients A, B, C and P, Q, R. Just have a look, think about it, how to eliminate and how to establish the relation. So we need to eliminate capital X and capital Y, or otherwise we need to find capital X and capital Y from these two equations. When you look these two equations, after replacing alpha square with capital X and alpha with capital Y, these two equations will become like two linear equations in two variables in terms of X and Y. So how to solve these two equations? How to get that capital X value in terms of A, B, C, P, Q, R, and how to get that capital Y value in terms of A, B, C, P, Q, R. So to get that capital X and capital Y from these two equations, we have different methods like elimination method, substitution method, graphical method, trial and error method and determinant method. So we usually call the determinant method as shortcut method, and now I will go with that shortcut method to find this capital X and capital Y in solving these two equations. So before going to write this capital X and capital Y values, okay, initially I will introduce you the shortcut method by taking two linear equations in two variables. Actually this is not our concept, okay, we are just discussing the common roots of quadratic, but here we faced a situation to solve two linear equations in two variables. Just to give you much confidence on this aspect, I am just giving here the way to solve two linear equations in two variables. So to solve that, from this, to find the values of x and y, the shortcut method says that x divided by the determinant of, so that is equals to y divided by the determinant of is equals to 1 divided by the determinant of, like that we need to take. Okay, if you don't know about determinant, no problem, just listen the word and then observe the way of writing. Okay, this is one box, this is another box, this is third box, we call them as determinants. Okay, in the first box, see, this is x divided by, and that's why you just close this x and write the coefficients of the remaining. Okay, 2, minus 4, minus 5 and 3. Okay, 2, minus 4, minus 5 and 3. Okay, that's you need to write in the place of x. Whereas in the place of y, what you need to write? In the place of y, just close y and write the constant term minus 5, 3 and then the coefficients of x like 3, 1. Then 1 divided by, here you just close the constant values and write these. Okay, 3, 1, 2, minus 4. That's it. Once again I am repeating you. X divided by, close x and write the remaining 4. Y divided by, close y and write the remaining 4. 1 divided by, okay, write the remaining 4 like 3, 1, 2, minus 4. So how to calculate this value? X divided by, see, this box value is simply AD minus BC. For suppose if you don't know about the determinant, okay, if you have the box or determinant of this ABCD, this is AD minus BC. Its value is AD minus BC. All it comes under matrices as well as in linear equation solution. Okay, so here 3 2's is what? 6. Okay, 6 minus, this is 20. 6 minus 20 is what? Minus 14 is equals to y divided by, this is minus 5, this is minus 9, again minus 14. This is equals to 1 divided by 3 into minus 4 is minus 12 and then minus 2 is minus 14. Okay, with this rule, if you calculate these values, everything is minus 14. So just look there, y by minus 14 is equals to 1 by minus 14. From there you will get that y is equals to 1. X by minus 14 is equals to 1 by minus 14. From there you will get x is equals to 1. So in solving these equations at the end, you will get that x is equals to 1 and y is equals to 1. Okay, if you wish, just check it, replacing x with 1 and y with 1. For sure it is correct. So to solve two linear equations in two variables, we have this shortcut method. It helps you in many cases. Okay, just observe it. Not only for quadratic, in all the other purposes we can solve this type of equations in many situations. Okay, so this is the way in solving. Okay, x divided by the remaining four values, the remaining four coefficients, y divided by, close this y and take these four. Okay, so just look there, 2 minus 4 minus 5 3. The next box, the next determinant will start with this minus 5 3 and it ends with 3 1, and the next one starts with 3 1 only. 3 1 2 minus 4, and this determinant value just we calculate by AD minus BC. Okay, from there we have x as 1 and y as 1. So see, just keep in mind this way, and then you just try to solve the required two equations in terms of capital X. Now, as we discussed, as shortcut method we discussed, now we are going to write x and y from this. Just have a look. So to calculate that x and y, x divided by the determinant of, that is equals to y divided by determinant of, is equals to 1 divided by the determinant of. We need to fill these boxes now. See, x divided by, you just close this x and write the remaining coefficients, and that is bq and then cr. Afterwards, see, y divided by, you just close y and write the remaining coefficients. Okay, they are cr and ap, and then 1 divided by, close this constant and write the remaining coefficients. What are those? ap and then bq. Okay, x by y by 1 by. So now what to say about x and what to say about y, it is very clear. See, x is now, this implies x is equals to what? See, you send this that side. So determinant of BC QR divided by determinant of AB PQ. Is it clear? Yeah. And what you say about y? Y is equals to determinant of CR AP. You just send this determinant that side. Okay, don't write the determinant value because I don't need it now. Okay, divided by the determinant of AB PQ. Right, very good. And what you know about x? X is simply alpha square, right? Y is simply alpha. So x is nothing but alpha square and y is nothing but alpha. That in turn represents, if you square this alpha, you need to get this alpha square. Is it right? With that idea, this implies square of this is equals to square this one directly, and that's why we need to write it like this: alpha square BC QR divided by determinant of AB PQ is equals to, what is its square? Determinant of CA RP whole square divided by determinant of AB PQ square. Just have a look. Here the determinant of AB PQ. Here again the determinant of AB PQ square. So two values are same. So one determinant will cancel with this square. Now the product of these two is equals to CA RP square. That's the result. That's the restriction on the coefficients. If two equations have a common root, that's actually we need to memorize. Okay. Again I have some space problem here. That's why I need to erase something. Okay. Yeah. See, you need to do cross multiplication and you will get this. Okay. And for that space I am erasing this. Okay. For that space I am erasing this. So at the end, you just look there, if you cross multiply this AP PQ into this. So now from there we have this is equals to determinant of AB PQ. Okay. This denominator into this numerator. Into the numerator BQCR is equals to the determinant of this, what it is, CRAP square. So this is the relation on the coefficients. Just have a look. Very simple to memorize. See the first one AB into the second determinant BC is equals to the third determinant CA. AB, BC, CA. PQ, QR, RP. So this product is equals to square of that. Very easy to memorize. That is the relation on the coefficients. When you write the determinant values at the end, this is directly equals to, this determinant is simply nothing but AQ minus BP. As I mentioned you, product of this minus product of this into BR minus QC. BR minus QC is equals to what it is? CP minus AR whole square. That is the relation between the coefficients when two equations have one common root. This relation you need to memorize. Okay, either you can memorize this one or that. Okay, but it is very easy to memorize because AB, BC, CA, PQ, QR, RP, the product is equals to this one square. Is it right? Just have a look and I will discuss next point in this. Okay. So, if two equations have one root common, then the relation on the coefficients is this. Okay, this is just a relation on the coefficients. So, if the problem asks you to find that common root alpha, how to find? As we discussed in the previous case, already we have that alpha is equals to what? Alpha in the sense nothing but y. What we write there for y? Y is equals to, in the denominator, it is determinant of A, B, P, Q. Is it right? I erased it actually. But whereas for numerator, since we are thinking about y is nothing but alpha, that in the sense we need to close this, then you will get it as determinant of, okay, CA, RP. So this is the value of alpha. If two equations have one common root alpha, then directly we are able to write that alpha in such a manner, determinant of CRAP by ABPQ. And this is again equal with, just look there here, this product is equals to CRAP, right? From there, see here CRAP square is there, that means CRAP into CRAP, two terms are there. So one term divided by ABPQ will directly gives us that BCQR divided by determinant of CARP. Okay. Now when you look at these two terms, this square is equals to product of these two is okay. What I am going to tell you is, if one root is common, that common root is alpha. If you try to find that alpha in terms of A, B, C, P, Q, R, there are two ways to find that alpha for us. One way is determinant of CA or B by determinant of AB, PQ, or determinant of BC, QR divided by determinant of CA or B. Both the answers are same and these answers are equal with alpha, and that alpha and that value is a common root for both the equations. Just have a look. Okay. So to solve the problems related to the common roots, see, one way we use these relations and this value to find that common root. In another way, directly we go with the actual procedure. What is the actual procedure? See, the proof, the logic behind this statement. Okay, that actual procedure in the sense, since alpha is a common root, substitute x with that alpha and try to eliminate alpha, try to find alpha, and that everything involves as a procedure. Okay, and this is a direct shortcut. Okay, you may use any one of those two, right? Just have a look. I will discuss some problems.